you've got a porn addiction and you're watching porn, it's because you don't want to face your social anxiety. And the reason why you don't want to face your social anxiety because you're worried about being judged by people, not being good enough, and an even bigger fear that you have, an unconscious fear, which is kind of the end of all the little fears. Like the main reason why the little fears get in the way of the bigger one is because you've got a fear of being hurt in relationships. And that's the reason why you have a porn addiction. So in this video, I'm going to give you everything I know in a really simple, quick way on how you can overcome this. And I did this myself and I got great results, and I taught this all around the world to people. So if you're new to the channel and you've got a porn addiction, you're sick and tired of it, you've got to the point you just had enough, you want to break out of it, stay on this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to learn to get more courage and confidence and become fearless in your life. Not just with having discipline to quit porn, but being able to face things that frighten you and get through and become a better human being. Okay, so not going to go into the problem because I already just went into it. Now we're going to go straight into the solution. What you can do is, right now in this video, get a piece of paper, get your phone out and take notes, right? I'm going to give you an exact sequence of steps you've got to take if you want to beat this and find happiness in your life when there's a lot of light coming through, right? Okay, step number one, before we do anything, right? Most guys don't know this. You have to have a goal. You have to have a goal in life. And I'm going to give you an example. You do need a relationship goal. Let me just common sense. Why are you going on to watch porn and masturbate to other people that you've never met? Or even if you met them, it's quite strange, isn't it, right? Now, let me just make a point. I'm not judging anyone, because I've watched porn many times in the duration of my life. I've stopped it now, I've got control of the addiction, thank God. So it's not judging people and saying, I'm better than you here. No, I never said that. No one's better than anyone. Everyone's got the ability to be great. I'm just cutting the BS and calling you out and helping you so you don't end up being a coward and throwing your life down the toilet because of an addiction, right? So the reason why you're going on that is because you don't believe somewhere in your mind that you can get a relationship, right? Mostly for guys that are single, that haven't got a woman, or you don't think you're good enough, and you're very, very scared of facing emotional pain, right? You're human, that's understandable. So watching porn is a way out. It's a way of not dealing with social anxiety, meeting people, being uncomfortable around people, you know, risking being rejected, risking being hurt, all of those fears which will bring up emotional pain if you haven't built emotional toughness. So obviously we have the honesty. If you can't be honest with yourself about your addiction, then you're never going to beat it, because denial is one of the worst things you can do. If you deny you have a problem, then as far as you're concerned, you don't have a porn addiction. You haven't got a problem, you're going to keep doing it, right? If you've got the courage and you've got the integrity and you've got the honour to say, I admit it, I have a problem and I'm not happy about it and I'm not proud of it. And the reason why I have the problem is because I'm scared of getting hurt by a woman in a relationship, or I don't believe I can get a relationship, I don't think I'm good enough. I'm too scared to go out and socialise with people in case I'm hurt or I'm judged or I make mistakes or I don't feel good about myself. So I just can't bring myself to face it right now. And that's the reason why I'm going on to porn sites, masturbating to porn, and I'm doing this on a daily basis or a weekly basis, right? Right, okay. Goal, psychology. This makes you feel good, it works, it's powerful. You need a goal, you need to write down, what's your goal? I don't know what your goal is. I'll give you an example how my goal was when I had porn addiction. My goal was to get a relationship, an honest, monogamous, loving relationship with a girl. It doesn't have to be your goal, that was my goal and I was struggling. So I wrote the goal down and I meditated on the goal. I thought about it every day, I motivated myself. So what is your goal? Your goal might be, okay, you don't want a long-term relationship now, you're not ready for that, but you would like to be dating someone. You would like to have a woman in your life, or you would like the option to have a woman, right? So write the goal down. When you write the goal down, you know what you're doing. You're taking your power back. You're not letting all those horrible negative voices tell you that you're not good enough and blackmail you and trick you and demotivate you and depress you and make you feel lonely and make you feel angry, or however it makes you feel in a negative way. However these emotions are making you feel, at the moment they're winning, because the addiction's got you and it's got you in the grip of its arms, metaphorically speaking, or it's got you in a triangle, metaphorically speaking, using some mixed martial arts metaphors, or it's caught you with a right hand sucker punch coming in because you've got your hands down, you're not protecting yourself, so you're getting caught with the right hand, you're getting Mayweathered. So do you understand psychologically it's beating you? The shadow, the dark voices, your fears, things that happened to you in the past. I understand, I know my stuff, I've been through this and got out of it. I want to get as many of you out of this site as I can today. So what the goal does is, you're telling yourself, I'm fighting this, and you need a goal, you need something to aim for, otherwise you can have no motivation at all. Why would you be motivated to stop wanking to porn? Sorry my language, masturbating, right? Why would you be if you don't have a goal? If you haven't got a goal, you don't know what you're doing. There's no aim, there's nothing to aim for, there's no reason to move forward and achieve something. A vision's even better than a goal, but goals get you to the vision, long-term vision. They're both brilliant, they're amazing. The psychology of goal setting is life-changing, great for mental health. I'm passionate, it works 100% if you work it. So write the goal down on paper. Is the goal to get a girlfriend? Write that down. Because that is the opposite positive reason as to why you're watching porn. You're going to porn to get some kind of feeling of love, to replace not getting that from a woman and not being able to give that to a woman in an honest relationship. Or you're going and watching porn because you haven't got any friends, you're lonely, because you're scared of people, you have trust issues, you don't want to open up, you don't think people like you, you're afraid to build relationships, you're afraid to ruin relationships. It's all in that category of social anxiety, relationship building. So if the goal is to get better with people, write the goal down. Once you write the goal down, that is the first step. The next step is, which should start coming, and it should come through my videos, motivation. Because just setting a goal is not enough, it's a great start. Now we need the motivation to achieve the goal, to work towards the goal, to take action, to become fearless, to not make excuses, to put the books down, to put the Facebook down, get all the distractions out of the way, moaning, complaining, watching too much stuff on telly, etc. Eating food, using little psychological tricks to rationalize your pain and pretend that it isn't going on when it is going on. So, motivation, watching these videos. Now, I'm going to explain how you do it. Small gradual steps. Because what I'm asking you to do, what you're asking yourself to do, I understand. It is hard. It is extremely difficult to face relationship fears because there is a risk of seriously being hurt. And most people don't want to go through that. But I've got news for you. You've got to change your mindset. Every single person gets hurt at some point in time in order to get to a successful relationship. So you can't allow that to stop you. You can't go, I'm not going to build relationships with people because I don't want to get hurt. Because you'll never build a relationship. You're never going to get past that. You have to not be naive, but you have to be positive. You have to go, it could happen, I'm prepared for it, but I believe I can get it. So this is where the small action step comes in. 500 push-ups, my new campaign on YouTube. Why is 500 push-ups really good for getting you off your porn addiction and helping you to conquer your social anxiety and get a girlfriend or a wife or make friends? Because it's kind of two in one here. Guys who watch porn, it's not, I don't believe it's just about the frustration or the insecurity that they can't get a woman. A big part of it's that. A lot of the times it's just that they don't have a social life because unconsciously a fear, even being afraid to be rejected by males, you know, in male friendships. So once you understand what's going on here and you understand how to motivate yourself, you start taking small steps. What you have to understand is there's an incentive. Porn is easy. Sorry, Dan. I'm like spitting all over the camera. I don't mean to do that. It's passion, right? Irish people do this. When we get passionate, we kind of spit everywhere. Anyway. Right? What is the incentive? The incentive is when you face difficult things, you feel like a champion after. You feel great after. You gain confidence. You know, you gain wisdom and you get the result. And it is worth it. Believe me, it's a great feeling when you meet someone, a girl, and you fall in love and you love each other. Or even when you get some progress. Even if you said to me, okay, I didn't get a girlfriend straight away, but I spoke to a woman and we had a nice conversation. Or I went to an event and I spoke to some fellow male friends. Human connection's what's needed. Porn is a replacement for human connection, but it's not the same. It's not even close to it. It's a counterfeit. It's evil. It's dark. It's not good. Right? So again, it's not condemning people. I've done it myself. I'm honest about that. I'm open. So I want to help people because I know how it feels, and I know you guys can do much better than you're doing. If you're enjoying this video, hit like. Remember to subscribe. Let me know in the box below. So, action plan. Write the goals down. Find the motivation. Listen to Rocky music. Watch my positive videos. Listen to motivational stuff and take small steps. I know at the moment, because of the lockdown and social distancing, it's a little bit difficult because we can't fully socialise like we can. But don't use that as an excuse. The time you got now, you can still make phone calls. You can still set an online dating profile up. You can still go for walks. You know, people are still saying hello to each other. You just have to keep your distance. So it's not illegal to speak to people. People are doing it everywhere. Go to the park. You know, don't use an excuse. I'm giving you tools here that will help you forever. Because porn addiction has been around for many years. It just so happens that the lockdown has increased the addiction because men are spending a lot of time at home. And I'm getting a lot more traffic on my videos I do on porn addiction because people are going and searching that. So these are the steps that you need to do. And you need to not quit when things go wrong. Trust me. A lot of men who watch porn have also quit at some point. I'm not saying all of you, but a lot of you have gone out, you've tried. We all get rejected in relationships. No one just goes out in most circumstances and meets their dream woman on the first attempt. Even men and women get rejected. You know, things happen, it's life, but you will meet the right person and you will start making friends, but you've got to put yourself out there. You've got to socialise, you've got to go to events, you've got to try different things, you've got to get out of your comfort zone. You know, you've got to get support, you've got to be social, you've got to be positive, you've got to try it, you've got to not quit and feel sorry for yourself. So this is how you do it. If you follow that process, you can't go wrong. And if you make a mistake, you get back up, you keep going. You don't quit because someone didn't text you back, or because you had one day where you felt socially anxious and you couldn't make eye contact with people and you couldn't perform in the way that you hoped you could. You can't let that defeat you. You can't. And remember, it's true saying, when we do very easy things in life, we really screw up. Because porn is easy to watch, isn't it? It's so accessible. And you do the job and you feel good and you feel awful after. But getting out of your comfort zone isn't easy. But all the good things that are valuable are not easy. That's why you appreciate them. You know, you'll appreciate when you meet a nice girlfriend or your fiance. I've helped loads of guys get in relationships. There's guys around the world now in relationships because of my work teaching and because of my efforts to go out and do this myself. Men and women, which is great, married or making more friends. So really, what you need to do is make some new friends or make a friend that you can connect with, find a girlfriend or go on dates. All of these are the truths, and start getting more socially confident, learn to control your social anxiety. But you need to also stop judging yourself, being so hard on yourself as well. All that punishment is not good. And enjoy it. You know, look forward to reaching your goals. Look forward to the challenge. Change the mindset. Because I never used to have this mindset years ago. I was like a lot of guys. I was very negative. I didn't believe anything would go right for me. A lot of you probably can't see yourself succeeding. You have to change that. And action will change that. Action steps. So do what you can do now within the rules with the social distancing. You know, and when it's eventually over, you can socialise as much as you want and talk to them in public, in parks, at events, bars, whatever works for you, whatever dating platform. People, you have to make your own choice. You have to have goals. You have to set goals so you have something to reach. And it's a wonderful feeling. Goal setting builds confidence. That's it. That's how you do it. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Remember, become fearless, because when you do, life becomes limitless. And if you need to email me, you can email me if you want to ask me questions. Check me out on Instagram. I give a lot of tips there. And comment in the box below.